Welcome to Forest Train Journey in Winter, echoes of the ancient forest, dear listener. As you gently settle into a place of comfort, allowing your body to relax, and your thoughts to slow, this story invites you onto a quiet journey meant to soften the heart, calm the mind, and guide you lovingly toward rest. And now, as the world around you grows, still let us begin part one of our winter tale. The call of the winter tracks before the sun has fully awakened, and while the sky still wears shades of deep blue and silver, there exists a small, almost forgotten station. At the edge of an ancient forest, a place where time moves more slowly, and the air itself feels thoughtful. This is Frostwood Station, where the wooden platforms hold the echoes of countless journeys, and the iron rails stretch forward like patient lines of destiny, waiting for those who are ready to listen. And here you arrive, not in haste, but with a quiet sense of knowing, carrying with you the invisible weight of days lived fully, and nights spent wondering. Your footsteps sound soft against the frost-dusted ground, and each breath you take turns into a pale cloud that drifts gently upward and disappears, as if even your worries are already learning how to let go. The station is quiet, but not empty, because silence here is alive. It hums gently beneath the surface, wrapping around you like a familiar blanket. The lamps along the platform glow with a warm amber light, standing bravely against the cold, and snow rests upon their tops like careful crowns. You notice how the forest begins just beyond the tracks. Tall trees standing close together, their branches heavy with snow, appearing ancient, wise, and watchful, as though they have been waiting for you, and perhaps in some deep and subtle way they have. As you stand there, a distant sound reaches your ears, low and steady, the slow breathing of a train approaching, and with it comes a feeling you cannot quite name, something between nostalgia and hope, the kind of feeling that stirs when you sense that a meaningful chapter is about to unfold. And as the train glides into the station, its wheels singing softly against the rails, steam rises around it in gentle waves, blurring the edges of the world, making everything feel dreamlike and safe. The train itself looks old, yet strong, built with care and purpose, its windows glowing softly from within, promising warmth and rest. And when the doors open, the sound is not harsh or sudden, but smooth and welcoming, like an invitation rather than a command. Then you hear it, the conductor's whistle, a single low note that carries through the cold air. Not loud, not sharp, but deep and reassuring. And for a moment it feels as though that sound travels not only through the station, but through you, settling gently in your chest, stirring something long quiet. And as you look toward the source of the sound, you see the conductor standing tall and calm, wrapped in a dark coat, his face lined with age and kindness, his eyes holding the reflection of many winters and many journeys. And when his gaze meets yours, he offers a small nod, as if he already knows you, as if he understands why you are here. And without words, he seems to say that this journey is not about where you are going, but about what you are ready to remember. You step onto the train, feeling the subtle warmth rise to meet you, and as the door closes behind you, the outside world softens, becoming distant, as though you have crossed an invisible threshold. The interior is quiet, lit by gentle lamps that sway slightly with the movement of the train. The seats are wide and comfortable, upholstered in deep, calming colors, and the air smells faintly of polished wood, and something comforting like old books or quiet evenings by a fire. As the train begins to move slowly at first, then with a steady rhythmic motion, the sound of the wheels becomes a soothing pattern, a soft, repetitive song that seems to match the beating of your heart. And you find yourself breathing more deeply, without trying, your shoulders lowering, your thoughts becoming less sharp, less demanding outside. The window frostwood station drifts away, the lamps growing smaller. The platform fading into the snowy distance, and ahead the forest opens its arms, the tracks leading straight into its heart. And as the train enters the forest, the light changes, becoming softer, filtered through branches. And falling snow, the world outside feels hushed, sacred, as though even nature itself has decided to speak in whispers. You watch as snowflakes drift lazily past the window, each one unique, each one falling at its own pace, unhurried, unburdened. And something inside you begins to mirror their calm descent. You realize that for the first time in a long while, you are not rushing toward anything, not escaping from anything. You are simply here, present in this gentle moment. The trees pass by slowly, their trunks thick and strong, their roots hidden beneath the snow, but undeniably deep. And as you watch them, you sense that they have seen countless travelers like you, souls arriving tired, uncertain, hopeful. And each time, the forest has offered the same quiet gift: permission to rest, permission to be still, permission to trust that the journey itself holds meaning. The conductor's whistle sounds once more, softer now, almost like a lullaby, and you feel a sense of reassurance settle over you. The kind that doesn't come from answers, but from acceptance. And as the train continues deeper into the winter forest, you understand that this is not just the beginning of a physical journey through snow and trees, but the start of a gentle inward passage, one that will unfold slowly, kindly, and in perfect time. And with that understanding, you lean back, allowing the steady rhythm of the train to carry you forward, knowing that for now, all you need to do is listen, breathe, and let the winter guide you toward rest as the understanding settles within you. And you lean back into the comfort of your seat, allowing the steady rhythm of the train to guide your breathing. The journey continues seamlessly into part 2. Through the frosted pines, and the forest now draws closer, pressing gently against the windows, as though curious about the soul it carries within this quiet carriage. The train glides forward with unhurried grace, and outside the trees stand taller and closer together, their branches woven into a natural archway dusted thick with snow, creating the feeling of traveling through a sacred corridor, shaped by time itself. The pines are magnificent, their needles tipped with frost, catching the soft glow of dawn light that filters through the clouds above, and each tree appears to bow slightly as the train passes, as though acknowledging your presence, as though honoring every traveler who comes seeking rest, reflection, or renewal. The snow upon the branches occasionally loosens and drifts downward in slow motion, swirling briefly in the air before settling once again upon the forest floor. And watching this gentle descent, you feel your own thoughts begin to fall away, one by one, releasing worries that once clung tightly, now ready to rest. Inside the carriage, warmth surrounds you, not just the physical warmth from hidden heaters beneath the floor, but a deeper warmth that feels emotional, familiar, like being wrapped in a memory of safety you didn't know you still carried. The lamps sway ever so slightly with the motion of the train, casting soft shadows that dance along the wooden walls. And these shadows move slowly, rhythmically, inviting your eyes to relax and your mind to drift. Other passengers sit quietly nearby, though their presence feels gentle and unobtrusive, each person wrapped in their own peaceful bubble, some gazing out the window with softened eyes, others resting with heads leaned against the seats, breathing slow and even. And somehow, without words, you feel connected to them, as if all of you have agreed to share this moment of calm together. The forest grows denser as the train moves deeper, the outside world becoming increasingly still, and it becomes clear that this is a place where sound behaves differently, where even the wind chooses not to disturb. the silence too much, instead whispering softly through the branches. Like a story told only to those who listen carefully, you notice how the snow-covered ground stretches endlessly between the trees, smooth and untouched, as if preserving the footprints of centuries past beneath its surface. And a sense of timelessness begins to settle over you, reminding you that life is not only measured in busy days and hurried hours, but also in quiet moments like this where simply being is enough. As the train continues forward, the sound of its wheels against the rails becomes more hypnotic, a low, steady murmur that feels almost like a heartbeat, grounding you, reassuring you. And with each repetition, your breath sinks more naturally to its rhythm, deeper and slower than before. Outside, the pines appear to stretch endlessly into the distance, their forms repeating in calming patterns, and this repetition feels soothing rather than monotonous, like a mantra whispered by nature itself, reminding you that stability and peace often come from consistency and patience. At times, the forest opens slightly, allowing glimpses of distant snow-covered hills and frozen clearings, where the light reflects softly, creating a gentle glow that illuminates the carriage interior, just enough to make everything feel warmer, softer, and more welcoming. You become aware of subtle sounds within the train, the faint creak of wood, the quiet hum of the engine, the occasional sigh of a settling passenger, and instead of distracting you, these sounds blend together into a comforting symphony, a lullaby composed of movement and stillness intertwined. The scent of warm wood and clean winter air mingles, gently filling your senses without overwhelming them, and as you inhale, you feel as though each breath carries clarity, as though the cold purity of the forest outside is cleansing your thoughts from within. Memories begin to surface softly, not sharp or demanding, but tender and distant moments of quiet strength. Times when you kept moving forward even when the path ahead was uncertain. And these memories no longer weigh heavily on you. Instead, they feel like gentle reminders of resilience. You have always possessed. The train pauses beneath tall pine boughs that lean close to the windows, their snow-laden tips brushing the glass lightly, producing a faint soothing sound, almost like fingers tapping softly. And this sound draws your attention outward once more, inviting you to observe without effort, without judgment. You realize that the forest does not rush, does not strain, does not try to prove its worth. It simply stands season after season, growing, shedding, resting, and growing again. And in this realization, a quiet lesson unfolds within you, one that speaks of allowing life to move at its natural pace, trusting that rest is not weakness, but a necessary part of strength. The conductor walks slowly down the aisle, his footsteps calm and measured, checking quietly on each passenger, and when he passes you, he offers a gentle smile, one filled with reassurance rather than expectation. And in that moment, you feel seen without being examined, understood without being questioned. Outside, the snowfall grows slightly thicker, but it only adds to the sense of peace, as if the world is being gently muffled, protecting this journey from intrusion. And the forest now feels like a living presence, ancient and wise, offering its calm generously, asking nothing in return. You feel your eyelids grow heavier, not with exhaustion, but with comfort, as though your body recognizes that this is a safe place to rest. And your thoughts slow even further, stretching out like long shadows at dusk. The train continues its smooth passage through the frosted pines, unwavering, confident, and steady. And you sense that every meter traveled is carrying you not just deeper into the forest, but deeper into a state of peace you have been longing for. There is no urgency here, no destination demanding attention, only the gentle promise that the journey itself is enough. And as you allow yourself to sink more fully into this understanding, You feel gratitude rise quietly within you. Gratitude for this moment of stillness, for the forest that shelters the tracks, for the train that carries you gently forward, and for the simple act of being present. With the forest embracing the rails and the snow continuing its soft descent, part 2 settles into your awareness like a warm blanket, and you remain there, breathing slowly, listening deeply, and allowing the frosted pines to guide you further into calm, knowing that the journey ahead will unfold just as gently, just as patiently as the forest itself, as gratitude lingers softly within you. And the frosted pines continue to pass like quiet guardians outside the window. The train carries you onward without pause, easing naturally into part 3, the bridge of quiet memories. And you become aware of a subtle change in motion, a gentle slowing that feels deliberate, respectful, as though the train itself is preparing to cross something meaningful. Outside, the forest begins to open, the trees thinning just enough to reveal a wide expanse ahead, and soon you see it, a long wooden bridge stretching gracefully across a frozen river. Below, its beams dusted with snow, its structure strong, yet humble, shaped by years of wind, weight, and time. As the train rolls onto the bridge, the sound beneath you changes, the rails humming more deeply, echoing softly through the wooden supports, creating a rhythm that feels slower, more reflective, and instinctively your body responds, your breathing deepening, your muscles loosening, your awareness turning gently inward through the window. You look down at the river, frozen solid beneath layers of pale blue and white, its surface smooth in some places, cracked and textured in others, and though it appears still, you sense movement beneath, a quiet persistence, water flowing patiently under ice, carrying memories of warmer seasons, of sunlight dancing on ripples of laughter once echoed along its banks. Watching the frozen river, you feel your own memories begin to surface, not suddenly or forcefully, but like shapes emerging through mist, moments from your life drifting into awareness with a softness that makes them safe to hold. You remember times of effort, of moving forward, even when progress felt slow, times when you stood at your own edges, uncertain yet hopeful. And instead of discomfort, these memories bring a gentle warmth, a recognition of how far you have traveled to arrive at this moment of rest. The train continues across the bridge at an unhurried pace, honoring the crossing, and the soft vibration beneath your feet feels grounding, as though it connects you not only to the train, but to the earth itself, to the long history of paths and passages that have carried countless souls before you inside the carriage. The atmosphere grows even quieter, conversations absent, movements minimal, as if everyone aboard senses the importance of this crossing and chooses stillness in response. A child nearby has fallen asleep, their breathing slow, and even their face peaceful. And observing this simple trust, this natural surrender to rest, something inside you softens, further reminding you that peace does not require effort, only permission. The lamps overhead glow steadily, their light reflecting faintly on the glass, blending with the pale reflection of snow outside, and for a moment it becomes difficult to tell where the inner world ends and the outer world begins, as if the boundary between you and the journey has gently dissolved. The river below seems to whisper without sound, its frozen surface holding echoes of everything it has carried, joys and sorrows alike. And you realize that memories, like rivers, do not disappear when they freeze. They simply rest, waiting for warmth, waiting for the right moment to flow again. This understanding settles within you, calmly, reassuringly reminding you that parts of yourself you may have set aside are not lost, only resting, preserved beneath layers of experience, ready to move when the time is right. The train's gentle motion continues, and with each measured second on the bridge, You feel yourself letting go a little more, releasing the need to analyze, to plan, to remember everything at once, allowing thoughts to drift past. Like snowflakes noticed briefly before dissolving into calm. Outside, the frozen river stretches far into the distance, curving softly as it disappears beneath the forest beyond, and you sense continuity, a reminder that every journey is part of something larger. Every step connected to paths taken before and paths yet to come. The conductor's presence is felt again, though he does not speak, standing quietly at the end of the carriage. His posture steady, his gaze kind, as if guarding this moment of reflection, ensuring it remains undisturbed. You feel safe here, suspended between destinations, between past and future, held gently by the present, and this safety allows emotions to surface without weight, without urgency, simply acknowledged and then released. Perhaps you recall someone who once believed in you, a voice that encouraged you when you doubted yourself, or a moment when you surprised yourself with strength you didn't know you possessed. And instead of longing or regret, these memories bring gratitude, a quiet appreciation for the way life has shaped you layer by layer, much like the ice shaping the river below. The train nears the end of the bridge now, the subtle change in sound signaling that the crossing is almost complete, and you feel a sense of completion as well as the something within you has been gently acknowledged and laid to rest, no longer needing to call for attention. As the wheels transition back onto solid ground, the forest begins to close in once more, the pines returning to frame the tracks, their presence steady and reassuring, and you sense that the bridge has served its purpose, offering a space to remember without attachment, to reflect without heaviness. Your body feels heavier now, in the most comforting way, anchored, supported, yet your mind feels lighter, clearer, as if space has been created for rest to deepen. The frozen river fades from view, but the feeling it stirred remains, a quiet understanding that beneath stillness life continues. Beneath rest strength is renewed, and with this understanding your breathing becomes slow and rhythmic, almost effortless. The train moves forward confidently, carrying you away from the bridge and deeper into the heart of the journey, and you remain relaxed, present, and calm, knowing that whatever memories rose were welcomed and honored. And now, like the river beneath the ice, they continue their gentle flow beneath your awareness, allowing you to drift peacefully onward as the story carries you toward the next quiet chapter of the winter forest. As the train carries you forward from the bridge, and the rhythm beneath your feet returns to its steady, familiar cadence, the calm you have gathered settles even more deeply within you, guiding you seamlessly into part 4, the echoes of the ancient forest, where the world outside begins to change in a way that feels subtle yet profound. The forest grows denser once again, but this time the trees are different, taller and broader, their trunks thicker, their bark etched with deep lines and patterns that speak of centuries spent standing through storms, seasons, and silent. Snow rests upon their massive branches, like time itself made visible, each layer representing winters long past. And as the train moves slowly between these ancient sentinels, you sense that you have entered a place where the forest does not merely exist, but remembers. The light filtering through the canopy becomes softer and more diffused, creating a hushed, almost sacred atmosphere, and instinctively your body responds, your breathing slowing further, your thoughts growing quieter, as if you have stepped into a vast living cathedral built not by hands, but by patience and persistence. Outside the window, the trees seem to lean inward slightly, their presence close yet gentle. And for a moment it feels as though the forest is aware of you, observing without judgment, offering its calm without condition. The train's speed decreases almost imperceptibly, honoring the depth of this place, and the sound of the engine softens, blending into the background, like a respectful whisper allowing the forest's silence to take the lead. You become aware of a low, subtle sound carried on the winter air. Not a voice, not quite a wind, but something in between, a resonance that feels less heard and more felt, vibrating softly in your chest. And as you listen without effort, you realize these are the echoes of the ancient forest, the accumulated presence of countless years' experiences and quiet wisdom. These echoes do not tell stories in words, but in feelings, and the first feeling that reaches you is resilience, a deep, steady strength, born from standing firm through endless cycles of change. You sense how these trees have faced storms that bent them, snows that weighed them down, and cold that tested their roots, yet here they remain upright, alive, and patient. And in this awareness, something inside you recognizes itself. The part of you that has endured challenges, adapted, and continued forward even when growth felt slow. The echoes seem to gently remind you that strength does not always roar. Sometimes it simply remains as the train glides onward. The forest floor below is visible in places, a smooth blanket of snow covering fallen leaves, old branches, and the unseen roots that intertwine beneath the surface. And this hidden network speaks of connection, of support that exists even when it cannot be seen, and you feel comforted by the idea that you two are supported by unseen bonds, by experiences, relationships, and inner resources that quietly hold you steady. The air inside the carriage feels warmer now, though the winter outside remains deep, and this contrast creates a cocoon-like sensation, as if the forest itself has wrapped the train in protection, allowing you to relax completely. Your eyelids grow heavier, not with sleep yet, but with a sense of trust in your thoughts. Become simpler, focusing only on the gentle movement forward, the soft light. The feeling of being carried, the echoes of the forest continue to unfold now, carrying a sense of patience, the understanding that growth takes time, that rings form slowly within the trunks of trees, one season at a time, and this patience settles within you, easing any lingering restlessness, reminding you that there is no rush to become, no deadline for peace. You recall moments when you wished things had moved faster, when you felt behind or uncertain, and in the presence of these ancient trees, those concerns lose their urgency, replaced by a quiet acceptance of your own natural pace. The conductor passes through the carriage once more, his movements unhurried, his presence steady, and he pauses briefly near you, not to speak, but to place a reassuring hand on the seat beside you, a simple gesture that communicates trust and guidance without words. Outside, the forest seems endless, but not overwhelming, its vastness soothing rather than intimidating. And you realize that being small within something great can be comforting, allowing you to release the pressure of control and simply exist. The echoes now carry a final gentle message, one of hope, a reminder that even in the coldest winters, life continues quietly beneath the surface, preparing for renewal. And this hope feels calm and steady, not urgent or demanding, like a soft ember glowing patiently within your chest. As the train moves deeper through the ancient forest, you feel more rooted and yet lighter at the same time, grounded by understanding, lifted by release. And your breathing becomes slow and rhythmic, each inhale drawing in calm, each exhale letting go of the last traces of tension. The snow outside falls more slowly, now larger flakes drifting lazily between the trees, catching the light before settling. And watching them, you feel your awareness narrow gently, focusing only on this moment, this movement, this sense of being held by something older and wiser than worry. The ancient forest continues to pass by, its echoes fading softly into your awareness rather than disappearing, becoming part of you. A quiet inner landscape you can return to whenever you need stillness or strength. With the train moving steadily onward and the forest offering its timeless presence, Part 4 settles around you like a deep, warm silence, preparing you gently for the final stages of the journey, and you remain there calm and open, allowing the echoes of the ancient forest to guide you ever closer to rest. As the echoes of the ancient forest soften within you and become a quiet presence rather than a voice, the train continues its gentle passage, carrying you forward with unbroken calm into Part 5, warmth in the winter hollows, and you sense a subtle shift in the atmosphere, as though the journey is now moving toward a place of deep comfort and quiet belonging. Outside the window, the forest begins to open into wide, shallow hollows, gentle dips in the land where snow gathers more thickly and the wind loses its strength, creating pockets of stillness that feel protected and serene. The trees here are spaced farther apart, their branches arching overhead like sheltering arms, and the snowfall grows slower, the flakes larger and softer, drifting downward with a peaceful patience that invites your gaze to follow them without effort. Inside the carriage, the warmth becomes more noticeable, not sudden, but gradually enveloping, seeping into your muscles, your chest, your breath, and you feel as though the cold of the outer world can no longer reach you here, as if the train itself has become a moving hearth carrying quiet warmth through the heart of winter. The lamps glow a little brighter, now casting a honey-colored light that smooths the edges of every shape, softening faces, shadows, and corners. And this light creates an atmosphere of intimacy and safety, as though everyone aboard has been gathered into a shared moment of rest. You notice the other passengers, again not individually, but as a gentle presence, their calm breathing and relaxed postures contributing to a collective sense of peace. And without exchanging words, you feel connected to them, as if all of you are resting within the same unspoken understanding that this moment is enough. The train glides smoothly through the hollows, its motion steady and reassuring, and the sound of the rails becomes even softer, blending with the quiet hum of warmth beneath the floor, creating a low, continuous tone that feels deeply soothing, like a lullaby sung by the journey itself. Outside, the snow-covered ground reflects the lamplight faintly, and in that soft reflection, the world appears gentler, less sharp, more forgiving, and you feel this gentleness mirrored within you, allowing your body to release tension it has held unconsciously. Your hands rest easily, your shoulders sink comfortably, and your breathing settles into a slow, natural rhythm that requires no attention, no effort, just presence as the train moves through these winter hollows. A sense of belonging begins to unfold within you, not tied to a place or a person, but to the simple feeling of being held, supported, and allowed to rest. And this feeling warms you more deeply than any physical heat could. You realize that throughout life, you have carried this warmth within you, even during colder moments, even when circumstances felt isolating. And here, in the quiet safety of the train, that inner warmth is given space to glow again. Memories surface once more, but they are different now, softer, gentler moments of comfort rather than challenge. Perhaps the memory of sitting quietly beside someone you trusted, or the feeling of coming home after a long day, or the simple peace of knowing you were safe. And these memories blend seamlessly with the present, reinforcing the sense that warmth is not something to be found, but something to be remembered. Outside, the hollows seem endless, each one peaceful, each one undisturbed, and the forest here feels less imposing, more nurturing, as though it has shifted from guardian to caretaker, offering rest rather than wisdom, comfort rather than instruction, the conductor. appears once more, moving slowly down the aisle, his presence familiar and reassuring, and as he passes, he adjusts a lamp, gently ensuring its light remains soft and steady, a small, thoughtful gesture that deepens your sense of care and protection. The snowfall outside thickens briefly, then settles again, the flakes brushing the windows lightly, and the sound is barely audible, a soft whisper that blends into the calm. Rather than interrupting it, your eyelids feel heavier now, your awareness narrowing gently, not because you are losing control, but because you are gaining rest, allowing yourself to sink into the comfort that surrounds you. The warmth in the carriage feels complete now, reaching your feet, your hands, your chest, and even your thoughts, smoothing them into slow, gentle patterns that drift rather than race. You feel a quiet gratitude rise within you, not directed at anything specific, but at the experience itself, at the permission to pause, to be carried, to rest without needing to justify it. Outside, the winter hollows continue to pass, their snow untouched, their silence deep, and you sense that these places exist to remind the world that even in the coldest seasons, there are spaces of rest, of safety, of warmth, and that you too are allowed to find and create such spaces within yourself. The train continues forward without urgency, its path clear, its motion smooth, and you remain nestled within this warmth, breathing slowly, feeling supported, feeling whole, as Part 5 settles gently around you, like a blanket preparing you quietly and lovingly for the final moments of the journey, where rest will deepen and sleep will come as naturally as snow settling into the hollows below, as the warmth settles fully around you and the winter hollows fade gently into the distance. The train continues its quiet journey, guiding you effortlessly into Part 6, the night train's gentle smile, where the world outside slowly transforms beneath the embrace of night. The sky deepens into shades of indigo and charcoal, and one by one stars appear scattered softly across the vast winter heavens like distant lanterns, their light calm and steady, offering reassurance rather than brilliance. The forest beside the tracks grows darker now, its details softened by shadow, but its presence remains strong and protective, and you feel no uncertainty, only a deep trust, as though the night itself has stepped forward to watch over you. Inside the carriage, the lamps dim slightly, responding naturally to the falling night, their glow becoming lower and warmer, and the gentle sway of the train feels even more pronounced, rocking you in a slow, comforting rhythm that encourages your body to surrender fully to rest. The sound of the rails beneath you becomes a steady, soothing cadence, no longer something you consciously notice, but something that blends seamlessly with your breathing, guiding it into a slow, even pattern. Each inhale calm and quiet, each exhale releasing the last traces of wakefulness. Outside, the snow continues to fall lightly, but now it glimmers faintly under starlight, each flake catching a brief shimmer before disappearing into the dark. And watching this, you feel your thoughts do the same, appearing briefly, then fading gently away without effort. The other passengers are completely at ease. Now their movements minimal, their breathing deep and unbroken, and you sense a shared stillness throughout the carriage, as if everyone aboard has arrived at the same peaceful understanding that there is nothing left to do, nowhere else to be, only rest. The conductor stands quietly at the front of the carriage, his posture relaxed, his expression soft, and though he does not turn, you feel his calm presence, like a quiet guardian guiding the train confidently through the sleeping forest. The ancient lessons of the journey return softly, not as thoughts, but as feelings, courage that does not demand attention, peace that does not need explanation, hope that glows steadily without urgency. And you realize that these qualities are not gifts given to you by the forest or the train, but reflections of what has always lived within you, waiting for stillness to be noticed. Your body feels heavy in the most comforting way, fully supported by the seat beneath you, and your awareness drifts gently, no longer anchored to details, but floating in a calm, dreamlike space where time feels slower, softer. Almost irrelevant, the train continues forward through the night, but its destination no longer matters, because rest has already arrived, wrapping around you with quiet certainty outside. The forest recedes into shadow, its echoes fading into silence, but their presence remains stored gently within you, like a remembered warmth ready to return. Whenever you need grounding or calm, your breathing becomes deeper, more spacious. And with each breath, you sink further into comfort, allowing sleep to approach naturally. Without effort or expectation, the stars above seem to drift slowly, the night sky vast and peaceful, and the world feels kind, patient, and safe. The train glides onward steady and sure, carrying you through the final moments of wakefulness. And as your eyes close, you feel a gentle sense of completion, as though the journey has brought you exactly where you need to be. And now, dear listener, as the forest train continues its quiet passage through the winter night, may your body rest deeply. May your mind grow still, and may your dreams be soft and kind. Carrying the echoes of the ancient forest with them, allow the rhythm of your breath to guide you into sleep, knowing that you are safe, supported, and at peace. Thank you for traveling on this gentle journey through forest train journey in winter. Echoes of the ancient forest, good night, rest well, and may tomorrow greet you with calm and quiet strength.
you.